Alright everybody, we are back for continuing coverage of Tropical Storm Debby's tornado outbreak here. We do now have a tornado warning in effect for western portions of Pinellas counties. We do have a confirmed tornado on the ground / waterspout on the ground near Seminole, Florida. If you are included in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows, and in an interior room. This is a very dangerous situation here, and in fact, we actually do already have some power outages here in this county from this tornado here. So if we go and take a look at things, if we go ahead and turn off all of these alerts on top of this county, we can see that Pinellas County already has about 17,000 customers without power here. This may not be due to this tornado, however, it is due to obviously Tropical Storm Debby in general, and some of them may be tornadically related, right? So again, we have a confirmed waterspout / tornado on the ground near Largo, Florida. If you're in Largo, you need to seek shelter immediately. This is the most populated area. We have had a tornado in all day. It is ripping right through a metro area. This is not a good situation, all right? This is on the north side of St. Petersburg here on the west side of Tampa, okay? We have not had a debris signature from this storm yet. Again, it's a tornadic waterspout, so it could be on the water right now. It could be on the ground. We really don't know, but our thinking right now, our thinking process is that this is on the ground and it's near Walsingham. Okay, so again, if you're anywhere in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter immediately, as this is a very dangerous situation. We also did have a couple of tornadoes actually earlier today near the Lakeland area. We were tracking these cells live, but we weren't sure if they were producing tornadoes or not. Turns out they were. Obviously, we had that tornado in the southern tip of Florida today as well, which is pretty concerning. So this is likely at least our fourth tornado today. There was also a report of a brief touchdown, though, east of Tampa. So we may have had up to 5 tornadoes today, or we may have had as few as like 2 or 3. So it's quite uncertain. But again, we're watching this area of rotation approach Largo here. As again, it does have a confirmed tornadic waterspout associated with it here. Again, it would be right in this area, causing damage here to the south of Largo, Florida. So again, if you're in this area, please seek shelter immediately. This is not a PDS tornado warning, however, this is a confirmed tornado warning, so that means that we do have an observed tornado on the ground. Again, we do have some trained spotters reporting waterspouts moving onshore with this storm here. So again, we have tornadic waterspouts touching down, moving onto shore, and becoming tornadoes and causing significant damage likely on the northern side of the St. Petersburg area. So again, this is on the west coast of Florida here. This is on the west side of Tampa. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here associated with Tropical Storm Debby, soon to be Hurricane Debby, but not quite yet. We do have a high-end tropical storm. It's not quite a hurricane, but it's close. We are expecting to have a hurricane, though, later tonight, all right? So again, right now, it's just a tropical storm, but it is causing significant flash flooding as well as multiple multiple tornadoes with this system. And then again, obviously, destructive winds as well are starting to move onshore here. So this is obviously something very concerning, incredibly concerning, whenever we have a tornado on the ground moving into a populated area here. So again, hopefully everybody's okay. Hopefully everybody took the warning. Again, this is a confirmed tornado now as of 7 minutes ago. So please get to your tornado safe spot. Again, this is a dangerous situation. I'm going to go ahead and pull up stream chat. If anybody has any questions about the location, feel free to leave those down below. I know we do have viewers in this area, so hopefully everybody is taking this seriously. Again, Tampa is one of our... I've looked at my analytics. Tampa is one of the cities that we have some of the most viewers from, so hopefully everybody is staying safe out here. Again, on the west side of Tampa near Largo. Again, we have a confirmed waterspout / tornado on the ground or on the water here. Again, it's a tornadic waterspout, so even if it moves onto shore, it's still going to be able to cause damage here. There's a difference between a regular waterspout and a tornadic waterspout. A tornadic waterspout can survive as a tornado, right? So let me pull up stream chat here. Has it lifted? Is it on the water or has it lifted? A wedge waterspout? That's crazy. That's insane. Was this a wedge waterspout? I don't know if I've ever seen a proper wedge waterspout. Give me 1 second here. Oh my goodness. Oh wait. I looked up wedge waterspout and it showed me a picture from like 3 years ago. Who was it that had the photo? One of the streamers. You watch Lost Your Dog in this? That's awful. Are you just talking about in Debby in general? Wow. Yeah, I see that photo there. That's insane. That is a wedge waterspout. That is a massive water. That's insane. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. Like in live time. That's crazy. So that is wild. Give me 1 second. That's crazy. We need to treat this like a tornado on the ground, though, because, again, that is definitely, obviously, a tornadic waterspout. So if this comes onto shore, it could easily cause some serious damage. It's not on the ground? Okay. We still have an observed warning, so I'm going to keep the title at tornado on the ground. Just in case it touches back down, but it looks like for right now this has occluded. That's insane. Again, I've never seen anything like that. Not too often you see a wedge waterspout. So here it was. So yeah, this is where the wedge waterspout was. And then it moved on to shore. That's insane. I can't show the photo on stream for copyright reasons, but that's insane. That is actually crazy. That is wild. If this does touch back down, it could be rain wrap too, so don't go outside and try to look for this thing. Give me 1 second. I can't show the photo to it on stream, but I can post the link in chat, so I'll do that. This is insane. I'll go and post the photo to it in chat here. Again, this is insanity. Your cousin's without power in Northport, Florida. He was in the path of that rotation. Yeah, we do have quite a few power outages in this area, though. Those may not have been related to a tornado. They could just be because of the catastrophic flooding and the damaging winds. So okay. Yeah, that is an insane photo. Can you imagine if that swept onto shore? So the area of rotation now would be near Clearwater Beach. Again, if you're just not tuning in, we had a large waterspout tornado on the water just moments ago. That was near the Treasure Island area. It was a very large waterspout. Let's kind of eye for some other rotations here, just in case. Oh, yeah, definitely. We do have some not broad, but just some weak rotation in general here near Hawthorne, Florida. So we have some very, very weak rotation in there along Highway 301 we'll watch out for. Yeah, it's definitely evil looking indeed. Yeah, definitely very sad to hear that about the dog. It would have been apocalyptic. It really would have. That's crazy, though. And we also have some rotation near Bayside Lakes. Weak rotation. I'm just going to go around here looking for rotations. If you hear your name, there's likely some very weak rotation near you. We've pointed out a couple here already. If you guys have any more, make sure to send those names into the chat. I think if that moved on to the shore, that could have gone like PDS. We do have a lot of outages already all the way into the Big Bend of Florida here. We already have storm surge coming in and everything. If we take a look at some of these Project Mesovort cameras here, we can see it's getting a bit gusty out. Obviously, it's raining a ton. This is a live look from Steinhatchee. Oh, yeah, I forgot. This one's also a, this is really cool. Look. It's not a 360 camera, but it's one of these. I love these. We also have one in Horseshoe Beach. This one's just a regular camera, but gusty winds, again, heavy rain. We already have some flash flooding ongoing. Or not flash flooding, but we'd have some flooding ongoing there. And they just set up a new one here near Keaton Beach. Or it's been up, actually, for a little bit. But you can see, again, just similar conditions all across the area. How big a storm surge is expected? So we are expecting some folks in the Big Bend of Florida to experience up to 10 feet of storm surge in isolated occurrences. We could see anywhere from 6 feet of storm surge all the way up to 10 feet of storm surge. Anywhere going from the kind of the Big Bend of Florida back close to the Panhandle area, but not quite into the Panhandle. The orange shade, that's 5 to 8 feet of storm surge expected. We do have 4 to 6 feet of surge expected off to the west of the Ochlockonee River. And then whenever you get to the Panhandle, it's only about a foot or two of storm surge for a very small portion of the Panhandle there. The Suwannee River to the Yankeetown area could have about 5 to 8 feet of surge. Since the newest National Hurricane Center update here, or because of the new National Hurricane Center update here, we are expecting a little bit further east of a landfall than we were originally expecting, but it's not that different, actually. Again, it's going to be sometime tomorrow morning or afternoon. The timing tomorrow is very uncertain. That's a huge problem. It could be as early as, like, 7 or 8 a.m., or it could be as late as 1 or 2 p.m. Like, we have a massive time frame where it can make landfall, so you need to stay prepared if you're out there tomorrow morning, all the way into the afternoon hours here in the Big Bend of Florida, back into south central Georgia. Yeah, very serious. These fish are dying. Okay. So again, we do have significant storm surge reported across the southwest coast of Florida. We actually did have a spot where we got a recording of 3 feet of storm surge. I don't remember where that's at. I think that was out of the Inglewood area, if I'm correct. I don't know, one of these little icons here. So we had a 2-foot surge near Placida. And then we had a 3-foot surge somewhere else here. It was Naples, wasn't it? It's not Naples. Not sure. Was it Everglades City? No. I don't remember, but we definitely had a 3-foot recording somewhere, and then again, we also had a 2-foot report there, apparently, as well. That was crazy, though. Wedge Waterspout goes kind of wild. Let me get the title updated here. They're definitely not going to extend this tornado warning, because the rotation here is in the Atlantic now. I would like to point out we may actually have another waterspout out here further to the west. Let's kind of check out some of the areas of rotation here on the east coast of Florida, just to make sure none of them are popping off, because we're not watching them very closely, so they could definitely pop off unexpectedly. Not seeing anything, though. I wouldn't be too worried about tornadoes if you're in, like, southeastern Florida. I wouldn't rule out an isolated brief one, but it's a low chance overall. I think the greater threat for tornadoes is kind of shifting, again, further to the north now. I think if you're south of Orlando, your tornado threat is much lower at this point. But if you're north of Orlando, wouldn't even rule out a few more tornadoes, like, tonight. So, be aware, stay prepared. Some sort of rotation, maybe trying to get going there near Hawthorne. The original area of rotation near Hawthorne's there, but it's broad near Grove Park. I'm not seeing anything too serious or dire. Okay, tornado warning has officially expired now. Give me 1 second here. By the way, we have not touched on this too much on stream. The flooding is going to be catastrophic with this tropical storm Debby here all across the southeast coast. We are expecting spots along the coast of South Carolina and Georgia to experience 20 to 30 inches of rain in spots. If we take a look at the European, just play it out here, you guys are going to see these rain totals tack on really quickly. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely ridiculous. We play this all the way out here, and we are seeing significant rain totals of, 20 inches or more potentially here along the South Carolina coast. Nothing for Houston in the next few days now. But yeah, significant rain totals there along the South Carolina coast. Even like along the west coast of Florida here, we could see some isolated spots get over a foot of freshwater rains, which is obviously very significant. And then pushing all the way into, like, central South Carolina. Like, even if you're as far inland as, like, Columbia, you're still going to have that shot to see isolated spots get up to a half foot of rain. And we may see another surge of rain here, as the European is saying that this may make some sort of impact on New England here. We could definitely see spots in New England get isolated totals over half a foot of rain. I wouldn't rule it out. Yeah, I know the tornado threat will last all night with this system, but I'm saying, like, even within the next couple of hours, we could see a tornado. Now, we do have a flash flood warning in effect for Tampa. This is a flash flood warning for northwestern Hillsborough County, southwestern Pasco County, and Pinellas County in west central Florida. If you're in this area, stay alive, don't drive. I mean, I feel like you shouldn't have been driving already because you're in a tropical storm, but, you know, there are some people that would do that. But if you're one of those people, at this point, I definitely wouldn't be driving. That is just really stupid. We already have how much rain out here? We already have, like, some spots getting 5 inches of rain in the Tampa suburbs here. Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything for Houston. But yeah, we already have some spots off the coast here that have gotten significant rain totals, very significant rain totals of like 3/4 of a foot. Cat 1 can still be catastrophic like Beryl when it hit Houston. Yeah, this is gonna shock some people, and I'm not saying it's likely, but I wouldn't rule out an isolated. What am I talking about? I wouldn't rule out the possibility of a Category 2 landfall. Now, if we take a look at things here, we can see that just before it makes landfall, it's expected to be a Cat 1 with 85 mile per hour sustained winds, and it's going to be 85 mile an hour sustained winds even like a county inland. So if we had like a little icon right here for a timing, it honestly might say, I mean, it probably wouldn't say Category 2, but it would probably say Category 1 with 90 mile an hour sustained winds, right? And 94 miles per hour, I believe, is Category 2 strength. So I would not rule out a Category 2 landfall with this system here. It's going to be close. Thoughts? I really doubt there's a CC drop near Hawthorne. Yeah, there's no CC. This is all rain, if that's what you're talking about. But yeah, what do you guys think for landfall? I think that a high-end Cat 1 to low-end Cat 2 possible. What radar are you using? Because it should be the same data. I mean, they're getting the data from the radar site. It's not the specific radar app. High Cat 1. We'll run a poll. We're going to run a poll here. What are you guys thinking? Cat 1 or Cat 2? Yeah, it actually is dealing with some dry air. That is, no cap. No cap. Yeah, I mean, I can be convinced that it would make a Cat 1 landfall. That makes sense. I'm just surprised that, like, none of the model intensity guidance tracks have it going up to Cat 2. None of them. And only, like, one of them has it going to Category 1, which is insane, because it's basically already there. I mean, it's as high as it gets. We are as close to having a hurricane as you can get, I feel like, without actually having one. I mean, not literally, but figuratively. But yeah, look at this. So, I guess it's not quite as bad now, but still, I'm going to show you guys this graphic. This is the intensity guidance, right? We have, like, 4 out of the, what, like, 15 members here? 5 out of the 15 members? No, 4. 4 of them are saying it'll go Cat 1. None of them are saying it'll go Cat 2. And we only have 1 pushing it to 80-mile-an-hour winds, while the National Hurricane Center is saying 85. So these are shooting really low. A lot of them only have it making the high-end tropical storm strength. They're saying it's not going to strengthen anymore, which is interesting. And I don't understand why. Again, the dry air is there, but that's the only thing hindering this thing strengthening. The SSTs are off the charts. There's virtually no wind shear. It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's been like this the entire time that they've been forecasting Debby here. It's insane. But yeah, I think I could swing either way at this point. Again, the problem is we don't know when it's going to make landfall. We don't know how fast it's going to move. Signs have been showing that it's slowing down a little bit. Alright. Yeah, this year was going to be a problem, but it's gone now. Signs are showing that it's going to slow down a little bit in terms of its speed. Right? Its movement. So that would give it more time to strengthen here in the Gulf and potentially give it a higher outcome. I mean, I seriously don't think that we can rule out like a Cat 2 landfall here. And the problem is, I've said the problem is like 50 times, but another problem is I don't know if I'll be able to go live for the landfall because I'm going to be kind of busy tomorrow, but I'm going to try my hardest. Again, we really have no idea when it's going to make landfall. It could be any time from like 9 a.m. all the way to like 1 p.m. So we'll see what happens. Again, if I am live for landfall, I won't be live very long, and then I'll come back later in the day. But it's going to be iffy. It really will. Wow, look at this. Potentially a strong waterspout here off the coast of southwest Florida here. West central Florida, really. West of Venice. Look at this. Look at that velocity couplet. Look at both these. This one's even more impressive, and look, this one's even got like a hook. Yeah, I mean, if it stalls over land, we are going to see, again, a catastrophic flash flooding. I remember, like, 5 or 6 days ago, the GFS had a run saying that we were going to see 50 inches of rain in the Florida Panhandle. So that happened, but that's definitely not the case anymore. Definitely not. We're not even going to see 50 inches of rain in a worst-case scenario on the Georgia, coast here. We're definitely not seeing that in the Panhandle. No way, Jose. No shot. Nada. But anyway. It's a donut on that Hawthorne storm. Dang it, I made it so that it's not going to let me search now for it. Good job, Davis. So I clicked enter. This is being lazy. Oh, there is. Right over Highway 20. They don't have evacuation orders in effect yet for the Carolinas, Kevin. Some of these outer bands here, we're going to have to watch as they sweep onto shore. I mean, some of them have some really intense rotation. And again, right now on the northwest side of Tampa, we're seeing some of the worst of the damage and wind action right now on the north side of this system here. Like, if you're right along the coast in between Dunedin and, you know, Homosassa Springs even, you're seeing some very intense winds right now. And that's part of the reason we're seeing so many power outages out here, I imagine. And again, because of all this flooding and storm surge, crews are not going to be able to repair these outages, guys, for weeks. It's going to be nasty. Or potentially up to weeks, I should say. Whenever it actually makes landfall, there's going to be outages that they can't repair for weeks, maybe even up to a month. Especially if this takes, like, again, a Cat 2 landfall, that is going to knock out power widespread. Almost certainly. Because Category 1 hurricanes, sometimes we still see some homes with electricity and isolated occurrences. But if we have a Category 2 hurricane, that is knocking out power widespread. 0% chance that places are still getting electricity unless they have, like, a generator or something, obviously. But hopefully folks won't be home, so they won't be able to turn on the generator. But again, I believe evacuation orders are in effect for the Big Bend area at this point. I know some of the lower lying counties were originally. I imagine all of them are at this point. I hope they are. I would not recommend staying in a Cat 2 hurricane. Again, I know that you guys get hurricanes all the time, but Category 2 hurricanes, it's not a normal hurricane, right? You guys get Cat 1s a lot in this area, and tropical storms in that region, but Category 2s are a bit more intense. Will I be live when that next line comes ashore? I don't know. If not, I'll come back later if there's a confirmed tornado or something. Wow. Look at that. It was contaminated, but it looked kind of cool. Just got a call. I think we're going to end off the live stream here, guys. Sorry it was so short. But we did have that Wedge Waterspout, which is insane. Again, these brief update streams are going to be a thing over the next several days to maybe even a week. Because, yes, we could still be talking about Debby being a problem in a week. We really could. Look, 5 days out, we still got a tropical depression. I mean, it's not a stretch to say that we could still have one in a week. And, again, tropical depressions, it doesn't matter if it's a tropical depression, a tropical storm, or a hurricane. It's still going to bring, you know, very serious flooding rains. Yeah, I do see that, Kevin. I think that would probably be mostly a waterspout threat, though. The heck? The newest scan. What is that? What is going on? The radar scan stopped, like, halfway through, and it created this. What is happening? What in the world? Okay, if you say so. So, it looks like the general consensus here among the viewers is Cat 1 landfall. So, 56% of people said Category 1 landfall, 33% of people said Category 2 landfall, and 11% of people said neither. I wonder what the people said neither think, because they definitely wouldn't say tropical storm. At least I doubt they would. Alright, Hello, Airborne. I'm sorry you joined at this point, but I think we were just about to... We'll end off in a few minutes. Panama City, Florida. Yeah, Panama City should not see really any impacts at all. You may get, like, some heavy rain. But you're not even in, like, the tropical storm warning. But just to the east of you here, we are expecting 15 to 25 mile per hour sustained winds with gusts up to 40. We are expecting no storm surge. We are expecting 1 to 3 inches of rain with locally higher amounts. And we are expecting the situation to be somewhat favorable for tornadoes. But again, that's off to the east of you. Even tomorrow, I don't think you're in the 2% tornado risk. Yeah, you're not. So nothing to worry about seriously there. Yeah, we did have a massive Wedge waterspout off the west coast of Florida. You have wind and rain, the usual. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse for you. Again, if this had just curved, a little bit to the west here at landfall, we could be talking about a Cat 1, maybe even a Cat 2 landfall in Panama City. Again, everybody that's just not joining us, make sure to vote in the poll. What category do you think will see landfall here with tropical storm soon to be Hurricane Debby? Or do you think it won't be a hurricane at all? Let us know. We stayed for a Cat 5. You stayed for Hurricane Michael? Oh, gosh. I could not imagine. Yeah, there's always people overhyping these. Every single hurricane gets overhyped on social media. So, I wouldn't worry too much about what people say unless they're a source you know that you can trust. So again, this is a live look from Steinhatchee, Florida. This is a look from Horseshoe Beach, Florida. Look at, it's getting a little windy. Inside your hallway in your house, hunkered down. That's crazy. I don't know how you stayed in Hurricane Michael. That's crazy. Then this is a live look from Cedar Key. Look at this. Look at this. We've got serious winds coming in. The waves are also definitely getting further onshore. That is impressive. I don't know if these branches and things being down are related to the wind, or if they were already down, but that's pretty crazy stuff. And if we look at the radar in Cedar Key, we can see that it's really nothing crazy, I imagine. Oh, wait, okay. I guess this area kind of is getting the beginning of the damaging wind impact. Any strong tornadoes today? No. We did have that strong waterspout, but that's about it. Again, look at this. This is what we're seeing down here in between Homosassa Springs and Tampa. And this is what we're seeing in Cedar Key. Can you imagine what it's like a little further to the south if this is what we're seeing in Cedar Key? We had pets, didn't want to leave, and also if you cannot... That scared me. Okay. Why is the alarm going off? I think we got a tornado warning, and it's doing the disappearing trick. Hello, Weather Tracker Plus Supervisor. I'm going to have to go in a couple of minutes here, guys. But we do now have a tornado warning in effect. This is for East Central Alachua County in Florida. This does not include Gainesville, but it does include Orange Heights, Campville, Beckhamtown, and Earlton. So seek shelter immediately. And that area rotation already died. Your best friend's friend lives in Homosassa. Yeah, they're probably getting some serious damaging winds right now. Make sure they're staying safe. There we go. Look at that. The public reported a screen capture of a webcam showing a waterspout off the coast of Treasure Island. You saw a video of major flooding in Florida, but you don't know where. It was actually likely on the southwest coast. Look at all this storm surge. But yeah, that rotation is already dead. So we're getting off the live stream here. I hope you guys do understand. I have to go here, but Again, we may be back later tonight. I don't know. Again, this is one of those days where it's going to be off and on, 30-minute streams to an hour streams. I hate that everybody's just now joining whenever we're ending off, but it's all right. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning into this live stream. Thank you guys for keeping me company. But yeah, make sure to subscribe because we will have frequent updates on Hurricane Debby, and I'll